as I guess I'm calling it, Coté show. Tanzu Talk semi-cast here. Semi? It is a semi-cast. Anyways, I tried to bundle up some of oh, this is not actually. I tried to bundle up some of the tasks that I have, fun and work related, and that I could do live, and we'll see if I am able to do them. First of all, the stream details are wrong. Oh, oh. Let's see. We'll just call this file date. See, file date is. I like to use this program called Text Expander, where you can put little macros in. But never mind. We'll just see what happens here. This should all be fine. Anyway, I need to stop doing that. Does this stuff work? So today, I've got a little agenda here. One, I'll make some more garbage chairs. I got a video, so I'll show you a fun way to make a video for garbage chairs. And then two, I made a bottle of water for myself, and I forgot to bring it. But two, I'm doing an open spaces thing at DevOps Days Amsterdam tomorrow, which is weird to do it virtual. Also, I really don't like open spaces, but I thought, hey, I should do things sometimes I don't like, see if I like them now. Smell the cheese often, they used to say back when I was a teenager. And then, so I'm doing that, and it's all about, like, let's try to have a discussion about why people are reluctant to change and see if there's anything to do about it. And then there's some futzing around I wanted to do for the stream, just to do that. Since I don't actually do programming, I thought I would do all that white collar stuff, managerial junk for my stream here instead. And I think for the part in the middle about the DevOps Days AMS stuff, that's when I'll do a little ambient Tanzu and just broadcast to our Tanzu stuff. So with that, first, let's make some garbage chairs. That's always fun. Then you can get a preview of what we have here. Now, if you don't remember or know, I'm going to have to move my mic since my head's going to be down. So get ready for the screechy sound. Yeah. If you don't know what a garbage chair is around here in Amsterdam, it's a big city, so people throw out a lot of their stuff. And amongst those stuff is lots of furniture, other weird things. And there are often so many garbage chairs that are out by the garbage. And for whatever reason, to be honest, I'm not really sure at this point, but for whatever reason, I like to take pictures of them. Oh, my stuff isn't syncing. So let me, I'm going to have to grab the phone here. You're going to get it. Let me put you on hold. And then, here they come. You don't actually have to wait. So let me switch over to the iPad view here so you can see what we're doing. Now, I'll adjust this. I recently had to go down from, full HD or whatever to just 720p because my machine can't handle doing interviews and stuff, I hope. So we've got a couple of ones here. Can we zoom things up? So this one, you can see my daughter there walking around. This one is pretty nice. We'll need to fix that up. Let me move myself again so I'm not in the way. Oh, what's actually wrong is when I had to rescale stuff, I didn't rescale my iPad view here. So let me fix that. And then you can see more of my fantastic head. Look at that. I can feed my ego with my big head. See, that's a little jokes there. Okay, so this is a pretty good one. I count a couch as a chair. So I took several ones. There's sort of like the normal one. And then you got the wide angle. And then here's kind of a close-up. I often don't use the two-part, the close-up lens on the iPhone, but I thought I would. And then let's see if this works. I took a video because there was some water dripping. You can see it down there where that dot is. let's play it again. See, oh, yeah, that's pretty good. So I think what I'll do is I'll make two things. So I think this is probably the best one. And what's nice to do is to try to use some auto alignment on photos, which oddly enough, the program I use, VSCO, doesn't really use it. I'm glad you enjoy the garbage. But so first of all, we'll run through there, and then maybe there'll be, oh, there we go. See auto alignment. Oh, so much better. Look at that. So we'll save that one. And then what we're going to do is we'll send this to, again, the program I like to use. Is it in here? Usually it is. Who knows with the iOS share sheets, right? They're a little kooky sometimes. And I don't really understand why there's a distinction between the list and this. It kind of seems like over-engineering, but whatever. I got bigger fish to fry in that. So we're going to send this to VSCO. And then let's go there. So that should be in our drafts. Yep, you can see the ones I worked on previously there. So like I said, I just have a pre-made filter set or whatever. So we'll go over here to the filters. We'll apply that. And then as always, for no reason that I understand, I like to put it on 5.4. Now here, this is a challenge. Because up here, you see, we've got this box. It'd be nice to preserve. And then we got that red thing, which is nice. Maybe I need to... Let's go ahead. I think the red thing is much nicer. Or let's just center it on the actual chair and see what happens. Now, I don't know if that's really centered, but it kind of looks good. Let's not overthink it, because there's a lot of other stuff I could be doing with my brain than centering a photo here. So then we'll just, we'll save this here. Looks good. Now, the other thing that's fun, so we've got that saved, is I used to use this app called, let's see if it's on here still, Rare Vision VHS. It's pretty fun. It makes it look like an old VHS thing, which, yep, got it. Let's get out of here. How do I leave? No, I don't want you. How do we, okay. So you can see, like, this would be a fun filter to have on the Twitch thing, but what I want to do is load up that video. And unfortunately, it takes a long time. But it's actually pretty nice. It has this kind of stuff. And if you don't mind taking forever to load up your stuff as it's doing, I'm not sure what it does. I think it probably just like scans your entire library to find videos. It's got really nice effects. But I noticed that VSCO actually has that. Not quite as good. So we're going to go here. And once again, before we take this video, let's do the actual editing here in Apple Photos, because I think, again, it is a little bit better. And so you remember that drips down here. So let's see if, I don't know if videos do auto alignment. That would be weird if they did. Oh, but they do this. That's probably going to take forever to process, right? And then let's do this. Make it a little bit, I don't want to screw with that too much. So we're doing done. You can see down here, preparing video. It's taking a little time to do that, but that's fine. All right, so now we can go over to VSCO. Where is it? Here? Yep. Let's edit this one. Now, it took me a long time to realize this, but you can actually apply the same filters to videos, which is kind of fun. But here you go. You can make a little VHS thing. Now, let's see what the settings are. It's not quite as good because it doesn't have that titling and stuff. But meanwhile, remember back our friend here? Not importing any videos. So, maybe it is. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's load this one up. Oh, yeah. Look at that. So you could take the oh, but it's bugging out now. Oh, what is it doing? I obviously don't know how this works. Oh, it already made it. Okay. Well, let's see what other options we have. Oh, it doesn't really let me change anything. Okay. So it is doing the processing. So maybe I should start using that. All done. So first of all, let's go clean up that mess that I made, which is to say getting rid of this one. So now we've got two things. We've got this, which is delightful. And then we've got just the still. Now, I don't think you can post videos and stills to Instagram, but let's try it out and see what happens. And if you remember, Instagram does not like iPads. So I'm going to try to do this in, well, I guess I'll flip it over here. 10 photos and videos in one post. Well, isn't that nice? We'll make that the first one, and then this one. Then that's all good. We'll say garbage chairs of Amsterdam. And then copy that because we're going to post it to Twitter right away. And then where? In Amsterdam. And then share. I'm tilting my head because, of course, the iPad's or Instagram, the app. I don't really. At this point, it's more of just like kind of a dumb joke that they don't have an iPad version. Whatever. So then we go to the Thrilling Twitter. You can see some Bruce Sterling posts and post there. We'll come select. Again, we'll put the picture first, and then but see, this is where you can't actually do a video. So we'll just do the video because that's fun. Yep. All right. So while that's uploading, you can see the little bar here. Let's go do the other ones. Now, yeah, we don't want that. So if we go to our camera roll, this was a good find here too. So this one, we've got to figure out. So that actually looks pretty good, huh? Nice close-up. That's good as well. And then let's check this out. Yeah. I think maybe, let's see. That's also good. Okay, first of all, let's go fix this up with that auto align stuff. It's much easier for me to cope with in my brain hole. Yeah, see, that looks good. Kind of chopped off the bottom of the chair, but whose fault is that? The photographer's. That would be me. Let's see if this. No, I don't want to do that. Do it this. No, I don't like that. Maybe like a tiny bit. And then this one, obviously, I had my daughter on my bike with me. So, oh yeah, that is pretty good. Yeah, we're going to go with that. So that, and then let's see, I don't really know. That lightens it up a little bit because when we use VSCO, it'll become darker already. So let's import that to there so we know which one to use. Then let's go back. Now, again, we have to decide between these because I want to show the close-up there. That's almost, this is a better, okay, so it's between this. I think we're going to go with this one. Yeah, let's send that over too. Now, when I do these garbage chairs of Amsterdam, I don't usually have like a double picture, but this one was so nice. It was interesting enough that we'll have that there. So I wonder, can you select multiple pictures at the same time? I bet you can, but oh, yes. Oh, look at that. Then can we edit them? No, it does not like that. So we'll edit them. Again, we got a preset. Looks good. And then put it on the weird 5.4. Maybe can we center something better there? No. We could center that in the third there. With a little bit of adjustment, right? Yeah, I think that's good. So then we'll send that here. And then we'll go back to drafts up here. And let's do this one. Now this, I'm just, this is like a secondary detail, so I'm not going to sweat it too much. I'll put that there. I don't think anyone notices the ratio that I have this stuff anyways. No. Let's go back to our goofy friend. Usually I would space these out, but I don't know. There's no need to worry about that kind of stuff. I forget, there's some way when you are, I think maybe if you edit these, does it allow you to, I'll tell you what, I don't like that. I don't like it forcing a square. So how about we do that? How come it won't? Oh yeah, let's start over. So let's select that one. Do this. Nope. Do that. And then if I say select multiple, it locks that. Boy, that was tedious. So now we have both of these. Is it still in my little... There we go. Say okay. It's in Amsterdam. Share. Then we'll go over here. Back to Twitter, which knows how to orient on an iPad. Magical. We'll say DIY repair edition. Oh, you know what we should actually make it? Is the MacGyver edition. We went to the zoo this weekend. There we go. Did MacGyver use duct tape? I'm pretty sure he did. Let's see what the answer to that is. Build airplanes. I used to watch MacGyver. That was one of my favorite shows. Hence the joke. Okay, so put that one first, then that one. No, don't want to do that. I think I forgot to put the location last time, but there we go. Now we'll post that. Has anyone replied to all of my funny stuff? Nope. That's all we're looking for. So there you go. There's your garbage chairs du jour. You can see how the sausage is made and get, I don't know, a millisecond preview of what they look like. I'm going to move this over here. And then I'm going to take a little toilet break, as they say, and I'll come back and we'll switch over to the Tanzu Talk thing to have some ambient Tanzu. It'll still be here as well, but it'll just be streamed there as well. Confusing. And I'm going to go over kind of doing some prep work for the open spaces thing where let's discuss like people's reluctance to change. We'll do it. First, I'll look at the abstract, and then I think I'll pull up the book I have and just kind of brainstorm some issues people have. But in the meantime, enjoy this Be Right Back content. Let me add some music for you. I forgot to turn this on already. How about rock and metal? And then I'll switch since I don't have to listen to it. I can't hear it. Have I muted? Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, let's turn this nonsense down. In fact, let's just turn it off because I prefer the hip hop sounds. All right. That's one of the things I wanted to do is, as admin futzing around, is move that video to be here in Restream, just as a further futzing update. I'm trying to use the native Restream studio because it's pretty nice. You get all these ridiculous features like you can show this computer going bonkers, and you get this music that comes with it, which is actually a lot nicer than you might think, because it's kind of hard and dicey to find free music to use, or cleared music, or whatever the phrase is. You can put little logos up and shift between things. So that means like some of the magic. I still use OBS for a virtual camera and for the green screen back there. But it's kind of weird that Restream doesn't have a green screen thing. Maybe it does, and I just don't know about it. But anyhow, we'll see. Oh, I should turn off computer going bonkers. So let's shift over to the Tanzu thing, and then maybe I'll wrap up with some futzing. So speaking of it, there goes that livery. I think, as they say, boom, we'll do that. And then I'm going to go here and add in. I'm just going to do it to Twitch. This kind of stuff doesn't really need to be in our YouTube account. But where is it? Oh, yeah, there we go. So there we go. I might have to rename. Oh, yeah. Let me verify that it's working. So if you go to twitch.tv, now you don't have to switch over if you're already watching this because it's broadcasting at both places, but we do this over at twitch.tv/VMware Tanzu. And there I am. Looks great. Moving along. Except it's not CloudStream episode 1. I'll have to fix that. So, hey, tomorrow is June 29th. It's DevOps Days AMS. Let's take a look at it. DevOps Days Amsterdam. It's all online. Fortunately, unfortunately, depending on what you care. And, it'll be nice. So I don't like open spaces. I'll be honest, I don't really like going to them or them in general. But I thought, oftentimes if you don't like something, you should go try it out anyways and try to do it. So they have this format. Let's see. You can see the agenda that they have. They've got a lot of nice speakers lined up here. Oh, I should probably attend his and see what's happening. But they have one where you, let's see, it's online, and I don't quite know how it's going to work. They used to have me listed here so I knew when I was doing something. Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing that screen with you, which is a good time for me to look at. So I'm supposed to be in the 105, which is round 3. Huh. Well, so that's good. Let's actually read what's going to be happening. Let me switch over to this. So here we go. Uh-huh. Oh, well, this isn't particular to AMS. So let me get off of this here. So you can see the agenda now. A lot of good talks there. But where do they have listed? So I guess I'm going to be doing it here. And they don't really... oh, let's see. More details on open spaces. There's some training I need to go look at, too. I'll have to do that. Oh, that's not helpful. So open space schedule on Miro. So usually what you do in an open space is people go up and propose a bunch of topics. And then the audience, depending on how many they are, they kind of sort of vote by going up and doing stuff, by putting like a check or something. And then you kind of go off into your own. I'm saying kind of because it's all like, ooh, I want to see this one. But you go off and you have the conversation or whatever. So somewhere I submitted one. Let's see. All aboard. I don't really understand how this is working because I haven't gone to their little training thing. So let's see. Let's be more systematic. If I move my little hand around. Miro boards. Let's look at this one. That one looks fun. I want to see that. You can tell I don't really know how to use Miro. I probably should. Please to meet you. Working with it. Oh, that's me. There we go. Now, so if I copy a link, what happens if I go up here? Nothing. So I'm going to open up my own notes. Let's make some here. DevOps Days AMS 2021. Reluctance to change. So let me move this over here out of my notes so you can follow along. So what I like to do is I use Bear, whatever note thing you use, and I just want to keep track of everything there. Now, the next thing I want to look up is what I actually submitted. And they use Sessionize, I think. So let's log in here. And then this is always a problem. Like, I don't remember what I used to sign up. So I'm going to look in my 1Password here and see if it remembers what I used to log in. We'll see if this is it. Huh. Well, that's fun. We'll try another one that I have. Maybe that works. There we go. So here is the official description. So I'm going to go over to my notes and say, like, my Sessionize abstract. What happened to our cool music? I've noticed that sometimes it dies out. Let's add that back. Okay. So here's the text, which is nice and small. Uh-huh. Okay. So my abstract is this. So it pushes people to change how they think and operate. Uh-huh. So let's see. Reluctance to change is one of the top concerns with executives and managers I talk with. I invite you. I want to talk about why people are reluctant to change, why you are, stories of success and failure in changing people's minds, desires. Behavior is the term of art they like to use. Yep. Frozen middle, frozen minds often means I don't like what they're not doing. Is that kind? Okay, so then let's see. Examples to start with. So if we have this discussion, my hope is that like I'll provide a few examples and then people will open up and talk about things. So there's two sources I usually have for this. Let me open this up. Or not sources, but two things I usually work on. So let me, when I do these executive roundtables, let's look over here and see some that I often use. Let me find this and then I'll share it over here. Just opening up the PowerPoint and then we'll shift back. I'll move you over to looking at it. In the meantime, no, that's not what we want. We want to actually move me over some. You don't actually need to like see all of me. Okay, so here we go. Here's the slides I use for executive roundtables. And, I have a recording of this if you want to go see it. That's fine. You can go to tanzutalk.com/videos and find the playlist there and look up like executive roundtable. I think it's called Cucumber Girl because my daughter is eating cucumbers in it. But I often end this with, do these ones not have, there we go. All too common blockers. So these are things that block people. So I want to look here and see like, is this actually, let's see if there's anything happening over here. Thrilling. So I actually want to just look through things to see if I can find what blockers are. Let's see if I had any questions here. What is your business focusing on now? So from here, we can brainstorm some examples, right? So let's go back to our note and say, like what's a reason someone wouldn't be changing? Well, there's analysis paralysis. They want to change, but think too much and don't act. Fix, external problem, urgency. Like, sadly, COVID, competition. That's about it. Or, let's see, dying cash cow. Not a very good motivator. So what I mean here is that, like over the past year and a half or so, the need to switch over to do things differently because everyone's working from home has actually driven a huge amount of people changing the way that they do things. And that's kind of how I opened up my mindset book, right? Is that it's made me realize that people can change if they have the right mindset, the right way of thinking about things. And then a dying cash cow is what you see in like, this kind of came to mind in looking at, or it's not dying, it's dying plateaued. Is that how you spell plateaued? I don't think so. Let's look it up and see how one spells plateaued. There we go. So let's go back over here because for my own notes, I got to spell it correctly. You see in like telco and many other sectors where they've been so successful at their existing businesses that really there's not a lot of double-digit or even high single-digit growth, right? Like if you think about a big giant telco, they kind of have sold their internet and fixed lines and maybe even mobile to people as much as possible. There's really not more new stuff to sell. It's kind of like, I guess you could analogously think of like, I don't know, some other market where you buy like a long-term subscription to something and you don't really ever renew it. You don't have to innovate. Governments are kind of like this as well with their own external forces affecting them. External forces. So anyways, either you don't really have enough growth, you can't bring in new revenue because you've saturated your market, or your revenue is being stolen away from you, or it's just like isn't relevant anymore. This is a typical buggy whip sort of thing. So oftentimes these organizations, they find a huge motivation to change and kind of get them out of analysis paralysis, which is all, a nicer way of putting this is like the constant planning for analysis paralysis. So that's a good example of like why people don't want to change. It's a good positive one. And then there's just like fear of change, right? And this is kind of like demonstrate that it works. And then you also, another reason is, seems like more work or like, won't make their lives better. So why change, right? And then this is where show them that it makes their lives better. Like automating things frees you up from tedium. And then also for auditors, see, automating for auditors saves them overtime. And then the new way can be more secure. So it seems like more work. And then you also have changing job responsibilities, identity, right? So like DBA likes being the DBA. The network admin likes that. So you have to prove to them that it's better. So let's just brainstorm out some more. So what would be, there's also like fear that they can't change, learn the new thing. For example, Coté doesn't get around to learning Dutch. Same fear. Related, embarrassment, which is e.g., Coté doesn't buy from butcher down the street because he don't. Forget how you write that in Dutch. Speak Dutch, but because he's Dutch. Well, in Amsterdam or more like it, but so fix. Hard one. Show success from years. I think the general fix for all of this, I think the music stopped again. It does say it's a beta. Let's go with chill and see what that's like. Oh, that sounds great. So the general fix for all of this is to build up success stories of their peers doing it. So let's see. Let's look up Larman's law, and then I think I'll be done here. Larman's law, as I like to joke, like all laws in programming, not an actual law, just some anecdotes written down into something. So I think it's great. It's like it points out a reoccurring pattern, right? That happens. So when you know about a reoccurring pattern, a reoccurring behavior, it's easier to work on changing it, right? Like if you don't know about it, it's hard to work on changing it. So points out a common pattern behavior, and once you know behavior, you can start thinking about how to change it. They change, improve it. Oh, it's all about large organizations, right? And they're optimized to basically not change, right? Because like things are going well and you want to put in place the right way of doing things. And, you know, it's kindly not said here, right, is that people want to have their fiefdoms and power and the reward that comes with like being in charge and running stuff. So this is the fun part about it, is that whatever change initiative you have in place, they'll just reword it to fit what they're already doing, right? Hence the we've always been doing Scrum, DevOps, SRE, the rational unified process. We just didn't call it that. Oh, that's a funny tweet. I'm going to write that. We've always been doing the rational unified process. We just never called it that. Now, did I spell this right? I wonder if you're supposed to say the or not. Do you capitalize the? Let's see, the rational unified process, or RUP. I use their software was magic. You could point it at some code and it would pull out UML diagrams. That'd be fun to see a video of. So anyways, let's tweet that. Maybe someone will finally pay attention to me and give me love. Give me love. Let's see. Recording of RUP UML extraction. That's actually in here. Methodology. All that stuff has been since open source, but you know, it's fun to like look at that and have it extract all those kind of diagrams. I love an activity diagram. That was my favorite. Anyways, so then the other thing, this is the whole like don't call something agile if you're doing it. Come up with your own name. Because what you'll have is people objecting that you're not doing the orthodox or whatever, the right way of doing it, and then that just adds more friction to you doing things. And then after changing the change, some managers are still displaced. They become coaches for the change. Yep, yeah, that's an interesting point. I don't always remember all of this. They'll redefine to overload the new team. Basically, the same as a correlating change initiative will be derided as pure as theoretical, and which depicts on addressing the weaknesses. Yep, it's kind of the opposite of what I was saying, but that's fine. Culture follows structure. That's right. So we'll put that over here in our notes as go. Let's see what the notes are here. You have to start with changing the organizational system. That's right. Yep. I mean, I think this is something I always try to develop, is that the management and executives are the programmers of the organization and that architecture of their culture. So they're the ones responsible for changing it around, which is why I think bottoms up change like is important and effective, but it isn't really as fast to work as you would want it to in large organizations. I don't know. I mean, there's studies around this, so I don't want to absolutely say bottoms up change doesn't work because, like in the DevOps reports, it's kind of a component of high performers who they scale things. But I think you have to pair it with other things, not just rely on it on its own. It's in contrast. Yeah, that's right. That's a good point. Hmm. All right. Well, I'm not going to read that in detail because I'm lazy. Let's see. Have they added anything here? I don't know why it's orange. Let's see. Propose a topic. Hmm. So the last thing I was going to look at on this topic, and then that'll be it for today's ambient Tanzu, our Tanzu talk thing, is I wanted to actually look at my book, my most recent book, you know, Changing Mindsets, Changing Hearts, or whatever, and see what I wrote there. Because there is, where did it go? Because I remember I did do some stuff in here about motivations. So let's scroll down. Good old failure equals learning, changing habits. So here we go. I'm going to change habits. And then let's see. So fixes. Here. The other thing is change motivations like money, and then removing friction, better quality of life and work life. Yep. And then let's see, raising profile or individual OSS work. Name. What else? So here's more motivation stuff. This is basically flow. Autonomy. People enjoy autonomy. So let's add autonomy there. Autonomy, and then what was the other one? Let's see. Closer to end user to see value they provide. Yep. So there's some motivations there. And then let's go back here. Here we can. Oh, I see. I kind of see what I was doing. Hey, the music turned off again. Now we can stop being all chilled out. Let's try ambient. Whoa! Since it's ambient, it must be quieter, so I'll turn it up a little bit more. Man, I hope that Albert Heijn one doesn't conflict. So then let's come back over here to our notes. So yeah, I'll do this. Moving friction, raising individual player, autonomy. Then here, let's bring in, this is where we'll put Armin's law, right? So we'll have that here. So change structure. And then let's go back over here and we can also list his other, so I'm putting it in Safari, which is fine. Let me close that so it doesn't junk things up for you. Close that. All right, so he says, where's his list of things? Uh-huh. Scroll at some point, usually, yep. That is in large established organizations. If you want to really change the culture, you have to start with changing the organizational system, hierarchies, career paths, rewards. Yep. There you go. Can tell I'm heavily influenced by this law because I write about exactly that stuff often. Okay, I think that's good enough notes for now that I can refer back to. So if you're interested in, I don't know why, getting a copy of this or reading over it, just write to me in the chat here, and I'll put it somewhere. Probably over linked off from tanzutalk.com/videos, and you can find the show notes for it. But I think I'll post that over to WordPress. In fact, why don't we do it now? I'm bringing this off screen to make sure. And meanwhile, you can watch the DevOps Safe people arrange the open spaces. I just have my WordPress thing off screen in case there's anything weird when I log in here. I guess I have to do that too. Ugh. Always logging into stuff. So annoying. I guess the not having that would be even more annoying. I'm gonna need my authenticator. Okay. No, not a page. We'll make a new post. Reluctance to change. I've proposed an open spaces for DevOps Days, Amsterdam 2021. Idea is, and we'll come over to our notes. So let's put this here. Oop. I messed it up. Yep. In preparing for it, add in these notes. So where's the indentation? Justify. No. Where's the block quote? Probably here. There we go. Me. So then, let's call these, I'll call it a notebook, which is a category I used a while ago to just mean like stuff like this. Just like junk that I'm putting in there. We'll call it DevOps change DevOps days AMS. You would want to put a link in here to be polite in the old school way. So let's open that up. I used to want to code all this HTML myself. That was my first love in programming. But I don't know. I don't care now. Use whatever that is. So here's what we're going to do. Pow. And then I'll say, you can also see me discuss these in one of my Tanzu Talk streams, which is not really a great way to go in and find the exact place. So I'll just do this. And then that looks good. So let's publish that. And then if I spelled that right, then we'll go over here for the benefit of the recording and people watching. Here's notes on reluctance to change. So wherever you're watching this, you can so again, that'll be what time was it? Tomorrow at what I have in my calendar is around this time that it is right now, 1:05 p.m. Central European Time, Amsterdam time. Which what is that? 1:05. It's 13:05 for people who prefer that format, which I don't. But who cares? All right. Well, that is your little ambient Tanzu for today. Maybe tune in tomorrow for that open spaces if you want. It'd be great. I don't think you actually am. Cool. Let's look at that. It looks like registration. Is it save me a spot? Schedule. Back. Oh, too bad we can't be there in person. So it goes. Yeah, I think it's free. So you should go come to that. And I'll put this in the chat, if you're considering it. Again, here's the program. See what else is on there, because it does look really nice. So we're opening up. I won't be able to go to all of these, but ooh, FinOps. Usually there's some interesting local people talking. There's, of course, is JJ, everyone's favorite. And John Willis talking as well. That's fun. And then the next day, I definitely won't be able to go to that because my son has a graduation. I got all sorts of other nonsense going on. So that's what we have today for Tanzu Talk. So I'm going to wrap this one up. Hey, do you remember that book I was going over? I should get a little video for that. Maybe I'll make one here. That would be fun. But let me go back to this. If you want to get that book that I was going over, you can get it for free. If you go to tanzutalk.com/videos, you can, of course, get a hold of it. Or I'll show you, actually. You go to tanzutalk.com/videos, and then you just let it load. I don't know why it's taking forever. Maybe you don't go there. That could also happen. How embarrassing. It doesn't load. But let me load this presentation back up. What is actually going on there? Let me see if Safari is a little more cooperative. What's wrong with the internet? We don't even know. Maybe it's upset because it's secure. It gets feisty. And if you go here, you see down here, you can click on this and download it for free. Of course, you have to fill out some lead gen stuff. But I'll put this in the chat as well. Download my book for free. And then finally, speaking of, let me show you a very kind review that someone wrote just out of my blue. I don't really know who. So let's come over here. This guy wrote a great little review here. Let's zoom in. I think, as always, other people's summary of my books is much nicer. So it's basically like, when you're changing your mindset as he goes over, it'll tell you all about thinking about products, which is good, versus projects, which is not what we're shooting for, at least in this case. As I was kind of going over today, motivating people and a lot of what management needs to be thinking about doing. Again, it's a nice review that this guy went over. But you can get that book for free. And, I put that little message in chat there, especially if you just go to tanzutalk.com/videos. You can find a link to that book and my other two books in the kind of trilogy series, trying to cover as much as I know about of how organizations changeover and get better at how they do software and how they scale that changeover. So with that, we'll see everyone next time, and you can always catch more of what's going on if you go to tanzutalk.com. Now I'm going to switch over to my own Coté show thing where I do things wholly unrelated to Tanzu Talk stuff. So if you want to go look for twitch.tv/Coté show, you can find it there. Otherwise, see you next time. All right. Let's change over back to my own stuff so I can goofball whatever I want here. That was fun. I really like doing this stuff. Let me close this out. Look at that. That is a nice review. Let's see what he replied. Oh, wow. He's really like doubling down on that. Uh-huh. All right. Well, that's great. So, yeah, I always like to go investigate what's actually happening. Oh, sorry, I wasn't sharing my screen. Let me do that for you. So let's see what people are. Yep, see? I knew people would think that was funny. But let me see what this stream looks like over here. Oh, yeah, that's good stuff. 0 viewers. You know it. And then let's go look over in my YouTube account. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, that's fun. And then finally, I mean, it's just too irresistible. Oh, I need to go in and change this. So let's do that, because that is kind of unacceptable. So let me go to where... Change the title of it, that is. Yeah. That's just kind of ridiculous that it does that. Is this right? Ah, that is not what I want. So now we need to... Okay, so if we go here... Say notes on... reluctance to change. And Tanzu. Then, see, I just put that over here. So let's link to it in my so-called notebook, which is the blog that no one ever reads. Boo! I don't really know what to do with my blog anymore. Let's see. A text-only whiteboard on why people don't like changing at work. Digital transformation stuff. And some possible fixes. This, I will say, this is in preparation for DevOps Days Amsterdam 2021. How do you like me reading? That's pretty cool, huh? See the notes. We'll say see the final notes. Now, as with all this ambient Tanzu stuff, I'm not actually going to like archive it or upload it. It just is what it is. Ooh, that's a good background. I like that. So there we go. Let's save that. Much better. All right. So let's close that out. And then we're back here. We'll see if there's any thrilling chat action. Nope. Just me. Let me go back to my big head. So here's the eternal futzing about, as promised, that I want to do. Like I was saying, I wanted to upload that hold video over here. Sorry, I'll show you. Let me switch over again to the screen. You can see infinite me. So you see what you have is you can show videos. I'll put on this one, and then you'll see. See, that's pretty nice, and it plays the sound and everything. So, uh, I think my hold, my be right back thing, I wanna put up there. So, what are we gonna do first? I think what I'll do is I will use the same font that I have. Well, let me hook up my iPad and we can think through this. I'm going to use Spark. Am I going to do that? Because then I have to export the video. Yeah, that's a lot of work. So maybe, hmm. So if I have, let's see if I have an overlay on the video. Does it? Let's test this out. I'm going to put the video on, and we'll see if the overlay is. No, it's not. So now let me find where that video was. What would I have edited this in? In iMovie, right? Which is the perilous program to use. It's not really perilous. It's totally fine. I think I might have used it on my my iPad though, so and then deleted it because I needed space. But let's see. I'm gonna open it up. We're gonna. Whoa, that's not what I want. Although that is actually let's go with that a little bit. Let me switch back over to my big head. So let's go back to projects. I just don't have this open in case there's something weird in it. Ah, okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a brand new video. And I'll render it later because I don't want to use like all of my rendering power while rendering power while I'm streaming here. That would be not helpful at all. So then what else do we need to do for futzing about? Well, while my stuff here is loading, yeah, let's see, all photos. Do I have albums? Yep. So I actually have, again, I'm just hiding showing this until I get to, what? Those aren't all of my albums. Oh, my albums. In case there's something, personal that I don't want to broadcast. Wow. Really slow. Very thrilling. So the other futzing thing. So let's see. This is something I'm putting the chat overlay on here because I want to test out like if I can run. So you see we've got this background. And when I was doing this test for us doing it in software defined talk, like my whole machine just like froze up. Oh, I know something else I want to test. Test my my monitor because for whatever reason, Restream doesn't have a monitor. Okay, good. Because every now and then I get this buzzing sound. But let me open up the. I've been collecting videos under B-roll somewhere. There we go. The B-roll to actually use. Let me go see if that's someone at the door. Delivering a valuable package. All right. Well, good thing I went there because it was a wine delivery. Maybe at the end we'll quickly look through the wine, but first I want to recreate that video. And so let's see. Let me bring iMovie over here. You can watch making the Be Right Back video. So these are all like background things that I found. I actually should add more to them, but we'll just go with this for now. Maybe we'll make a part two. So we're going to select all of them. Now, usually these things have a way, like you don't necessarily have to drag, but we'll just do that. We'll drag them all down here. This is probably going to be painfully slow. Yep. So let's see. There's usually also like an overlay if we want to add text, right? I mean, that's kind of the whole point of this, making everything easy. So let's see. Standard. Split lower third, focus standard, four corners. What the hell's that mean? Reveal lower third. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Cinematic lower third. What's overlap look like? Oh, that's fun. Let's just go. People, I think, can we do right lower third? Whoa! Pull focus. That would be fun. Boogie lights. Oh, I see how it works. Yeah, let's use that one. That's fun. So, be right back. So if we do that here, so then let's copy that to like here, maybe here, here, put it there, there, over here. Now, you don't want to see me eating right next to each other, am I right? So we'll put that here. What else do we got? Food, food, food. This one has me talking about stuff. So let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah, we're going to need to copy this a lot more. In fact, maybe at the beginning of every long clip. There we go. That's fun for now, huh? All right. So I'm going to export that later when all the processing time isn't being used. But that was cool, huh? All right. So then, lastly, before I wrap up for the day, well, let me see if there's any to-do items that I have that I can do on this. Pay car taxes. No, that's not very fun. Figure out the content. Yes. So that's fun. I figure out the content, think about the content. Still got to watch the helper video. Some top secret stuff I need to do. Take ethics and compliance refresher course. Wouldn't that be fun if you got to watch along as I did my VMware internal training about not only the first time that I do ethics and compliance, but a refresher, just yearly refresher? The answer is no, it would not be fun. Or if I check that we got our prescription claims sent back in, nope, also not fun. So nothing really to be done there. All right, let's come over here. I think what I'll do is I'll use the power of the 2-camera setup, and you can follow along as I open up some wine. We'll see what my wife ordered. Let me just do some alignment of the camera here. I'll show you a fun thing you can do in OBS. I mean, you know, fun, which is, ooh, I couldn't actually show. No. You're going to see some weird infiniteness. But let's switch over to the 2-camera, or no, to the screen. I'm confused now. Oh yeah. Let me transition to that. So it's kind of hard to see, I think, because of infinite screen. But there's the studio mode where you can see 2 things, and you can kind of futz around over here, and then you switch over to on the right, it being the broadcasting. So I'm going to set up the 2 cameras so you can kind of get a sense. Let me turn the light on of opening the box. I guess you can see our address here. So, you know, I don't know. There we go. Now, I don't have my knife on me, but I have some scissors. So let's let me bring the mic over here. Let's open this up. See what she ordered. This is good, so I can block the view in case there's something weird in here. Oh, sorry. Let me switch over. We'll fade 30 milliseconds. Ooh, look at that. Okay. Let me make sure over here. Uh-oh. Where'd it go? Oh, yeah. Hey, look at my head. All right. So let me see. Yep, just wine. Just wine. So the only embarrassment will be if it's bad wine, which I wouldn't know. So let's see what we got here. So there we go. I don't know what that is. Is that Italian? Looks good. Let me move on. I got that. Oh, something. Oh, you can't really read it, huh? I'm touching this as if it's going to focus. That's hilarious. Got another fine bottle here that you can't read. I wonder if I turn off the light. Ooh. Look at that label. That's fun. Bigfoot wine. Oh, see, she knows that I'm trying to have more white wine. You also can't really see that. Well, this is proving to be kind of ridiculous. But anyhow, we've got a good-looking selection there of wines that we can start having. All right. Well, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed today's Coté show. Ooh, got a little hum there, and ambient Tanzu. I don't know if I'll be able to do a broadcast tomorrow. We'll see. I think there's a couple of things I have going on. I might actually be able to do it, but maybe what I'll do, I don't know if it's bad, but I might watch some of the DevOps Days AMS Amsterdam and just use that for my Coté show and do some live reactions. It would be like live tweeting except with video, and we'll see how that pans out. I have an executive breakfast thing with the UK tomorrow, so that'll be fun. I haven't really done I once did a breakfasty thing I forget if it was in Oslo or Sweden or Stockholm, but that was kind of interesting. People are in a much different mood in the beginning of the day than at the end of the day, and they also appreciate. There's something nice about a free breakfast. It's a little novel. Anyhow, as always, there are archives of this, but if you go to cote.show, you can find links where to watch and subscribe to this in YouTube and Twitch and in Twitter, all the places. And, I appreciate you spending some time with me. It's fun to do this kind of stuff. And we'll see everyone